St. Augustine wrote, "You have made us for yourself, Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you." This of his confessions encapsulated what it means to be a Christian throughout all time, applicable both to audiences in the 4th century BC and to readers now. Firstly, the Lord created us for himself, quia facisti nos ad te. Ad te defines our purpose. We are not made for ourselves, but rather for the glory of God. For God also defines our identity as creations made in the image of God. We are not defined by our achievements, but as children of the Lord by inheriting and emulating his spirit of perfect love, mercy, and justice. Finally, ad te means to be turned towards God, defining our orientation in life. To live for, be made for, and to be turned towards God is to forget about ourselves, fully immersing ourselves in the Lord, enjoying and glorifying his name. Secondly, Augustine says that our hearts are restless until they rest in the Lord. Et inquietum est cor nostrum donet requiescat in te. This restlessness of man manifests itself in our never-ending search for happiness, our inability to find peace in anything of this temporal world. Passage of time engenders perpetual motion. True rest can only be found in the still and unchanging, that is, in he who is beyond time. The changing fortunes of the earth toss our hearts about on a stormy sea of troubles. But when we trust in his will and protection for us, then we can find rest in his peace and stillness. God is our only constant, the soul's steady presence in our lives. Baylor University will help me orient my studies towards God and turn my heart and mind to rest in him. Through the University Scholars Program, I will be able to explore widely and deeply many fields of study, through which I will further clarify and explore what it means to be a child of God. A medical humanities concentration will allow me to further explore the intricacies of God's creations, especially in a way that glorifies him, and to implement those discoveries in a way that emulates his spirit. Finally, I will be surrounded by students and faculty who will encourage me in my studies and in my faith, showing by example how to rest in him. This caring and Christian environment is unique to Baylor. The world around us is marred by violence, anxiety, and strife as a result of man's restlessness. Day by day, it grows increasingly important that Christian leaders turn to and rest in God. Only with our foundation in divine peace can we hope to change the world. For our love must come from love himself, who humbled himself to a servant. For Christians to lead, we must serve, demonstrating peace and offering love to a broken world. Both in church and in society, there is a lack of true servants. People who will serve individual people, turning them towards rest in God, drawing them in one by one until the whole world can say, "Great you are, Lord, and greatly to be praised."